Hey my Dudettes, welcome back to Blooming Season channel. My name is Kgomotso Matabane and I am so glad that you could join me on today's episode where we're going to be unpacking another topic that involves our growth, our self-development and us living a wholesome life because that is the gift that God gave us. Exactly. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you will find it warm and you'll find it a place for you to come and be, right? And if you are my regular my number one, thank you so much for always coming back and showing your support. I truly appreciate it. In fact, I would really love to buy you a Kit Kat someday. It will definitely happen. If you haven't subscribed, please do click on subscribe button below, like and comment. You can comment anything about this topic or even comment on which topic we can unpack later on, because there is so much to learn from each other. I don't believe that this platform is about me talking to you all the time. I also believe that it's about us being a community that actually communicates together and shares ideas and shares thoughts. That's how life should be. That's how empowering we should be with ourselves and the people that are around us. And I'm hoping that with time we will even go to a point where we discuss it live and just discuss things and just share ideas. Beautiful thoughts. But let me not go ahead of myself, because I want this topic to be fully received. All right, so let us just go into today's topic. So as you know, I have stated a couple of times that I've been in a mental health journey. I was depressed at some point and a lot of things happened in that position or in that space, and my mind was not taking much. I forgot most of the things that I needed to do. I was just never really present. So on today's episode, I want to share the 3 keys that I used to claiming my mental health back. All right. The first thing that I did was acknowledge that I needed help. I acknowledged that the position that I was in was not healthy, and I acknowledged the fact that according to the word of God, I've been given a sound mind, and I cannot allow anything, including myself, to take away that soundness of my mind as per the promise of God our Father. So I had to realize that I was really in a position where I needed help and I needed to reclaim my natural or my God-given state of the mind. I also accepted the current situation that okay, now I am this and my feelings are like this. I needed, in that process of wanting to reclaim my mind, I needed to really understand and honor my feelings because they are valid at that particular moment. But at the same time, by honoring and accepting the current situation, I was keeping at the very front of my mind that this is not healthy, this is not the promise of God for me, and I want better. So by accepting the current situation, it helped me kind of like shift mentally into I am going for better and I'm going to get better for myself, for my family, and for the people who literally need somebody like me to actually come and share my experiences with them. So the first thing that I did was acknowledge that I was in this position and it was not healthy, but I have this healthy position that is a promise from God to me, and I needed to get to it. And for me to switch to that mind, I had to accept my current situation. I hope you also realize that your feelings are valid in this particular moment, especially if you are depressed or going through some mental struggles. Your feelings are valid. The current position that you are in, you need to accept it. But then again, to move from that, you need to realize that there is good and better that awaits you. The second thing that I needed to learn was to release my emotions to family. Not by venting, but just talking how I felt at a particular moment, at a particular time. When you are depressed or going through a mental situation, in most cases, tiredness is like your friend, right? You sleep with it, you wake up with it, really it doesn't really ever go away. So I needed to be honest with my feelings and honest with what I was experiencing at the time, and I needed to tell them to somebody, which of course was my sister most of the time, or my friend. Even though it doesn't really give you the assurance that everything is going to be fine, but you feel a bit lighter. You feel like the weight of this earth has been removed a bit from your shoulders. So I would suggest that if you also need to get to a space where you conquer this mental health journey, you need to find somebody that you can trust, that you can rely on, and just share your feelings. Don't vent. Share your feelings, share your emotions. That should help you lessen the burden on your shoulders. After everything was said and done, I needed to know that there is a good and healthy version of me that awaits, because the word of God tells me so. And I needed to also acknowledge that I needed to share some of these things so that I don't bottle and they kill me eventually. After everything was said and done, I needed to learn this number 3 thing, right? And this is, I needed to actively work towards claiming my power back. And this went beyond me speaking positive words of affirmation, speaking the truth of the gospel or the promises that is in the word of God, but it literally took me actually actioning out how I wanted my life to be. It was difficult. It still is. I struggle to this day. However, I believe that it becomes easier with each and every passing time. And besides, every resistance must be met with resilience. So I'm in that position where I need to really persist and just be resilient and work towards this better version that I know that is there, that better version that is healthy and mentally stable, that I know that is there. So I needed to actively work by replacing some of my bad habits with good ones. As for the sleeping habits, I'm still struggling with that, but I am incorporating things like exercise, eating healthy, eating very well during the day, drinking a lot of water, avoiding coffee because it causes me anxiety, and just sticking to tea. I needed to replace some of my habits with good ones. And sometimes it's hard to even stand up and do all of these things, but you must always remind yourself why you began this journey in the first place. And if there should be any supernatural transformation that takes place, it will take place. However, do not just stay in one place and hope that something will happen, because in most cases the flesh will never allow you to stand up and do something good for yourself. So the flesh is the enemy actually. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you found some insight. I hope you're gonna go back and just try to claim that power back, man. Healing has been offered to us. Healing is our portion, and I wish you the same healing. May God give you the strength to actually walk through this journey, keeping Him and His promises in mind. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this episode. I hope you're gonna comment, like, subscribe. It turns gray as soon as you subscribe, and you and I will see each other again on the next episode, where we're going to be discussing something different. But of course, we're not deviating from the core of why we are here. Don't forget to love yourself, because it is the best gift that you can ever give to yourself. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you again on my next video. Bye bye.